Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Felice. Today, I am so excited to have with me Tommy Gunz, who I also know as
Yeah.
Thomas. Tommy, tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, and how you got to where you are today.
It's a little bit about myself. I've been doing radio since I was about 14 years old. Started off at Dunbar, and that journey just kind of led me to a number of different places. Kennedy King, went there for a while. Chicago State. Well, I got my formal educations from all those three institutions. And currently, right now, I am the station manager of HitUSA Radio. Um, been doing that for about 7 years, and so things are looking up on that, and so yeah.
That's pretty amazing. And I think what I love so much about your career is that you have been doing this since high school.
Since high school.
I
Yeah,
remember those days. I
yeah, yeah,
remember you broadcasting in
for
high
sure, for
school,
sure.
playing the hits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Dunbar created that opportunity for me. I was able to take something that I was passionate about, which is music, and just found a number of different ways to develop that and incorporate that into my life. It's been a great blessing.
that's so awesome because I've actually talked to quite a few Dunbar
Okay.
graduates, and it's amazing how we're all doing such wonderful things.
Mhm.
And I love it for us. And it's really awesome. And think that you've been doing this since you were basically a teenager
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
found your passion and you stuck with it. That must feel
Yeah.
really good to do what you love.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those things that I've had other jobs in addition to still pursuing my radio dreams. You know what I mean? And I had some success. In the what we call the professional world. I worked for Crawford Broadcasting. I did that for 3 years. I worked Power 92, Soul 106, and YCA. I was a producer, program director over there, board op. And so, so I was able to, just kind of build my skills on a professional level there. I had a chance to meet a lot of different people. And, but, I always had a job in between, doing all that as well because, I had a family and all that kind of things. And, you want to make sure that you're still being able to provide for what your responsibilities are. You know what I mean? And so I've done, just about everything you could think of. I worked in the classroom as an aide. I worked as support staff outside of that in a number of different educational settings. And so, Dunbar, and being a part of the communications department, really helped me out with that.
That's so cool. So you work in classroom setting. What subjects were you?
I mean, I was an aide. So I worked with
Okay.
students with disabilities, severe and profound. And so I did that for about 15 years. Working with elementary and high school students, you know what I'm saying? Like I say that have various IEPs and stuff like that, various disabilities. And so yeah, I was able to get that, kind of classroom setting experience up under my belt. And just working as a support staff for a previous school that I was at just recently. And so yeah.
That's so cool. I didn't know that. That's really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Got a
So,
vast background.
okay. So now, are you only doing radio or are you also doing other jobs as
Well, no, radio is the primary thing that I've been focusing on. Well, the last couple of years, like I say, my business was able to grow at the same time as I was working, and so now we got an opportunity for a 2-year residency down in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? And so yeah, so it's kicked in full gear.
well? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about the residency. How did it come to be?
Oh man, just staying consistent. Just staying consistent with the craft. Doing different events, meeting people, because you're only as strong as your network. And it's
Right.
not just about being in broadcasting or being in media, like whatever your chosen field is, your network is the people that you know. You know what I mean? And then it's not all in what you know, it's who you know and who's willing to vouch for you too. And so my partner now, shout out to him, Radical Allen Wright. We stayed consistent, just kept doing events, kept doing shows, kept our radio content up. And so one of the shows that we did was a really big show. We met some people, and they pretty much liked what we were doing. Got us in a meeting, you know what I'm saying, with somebody that does a lot of things down in Vegas. We had some phone conversations. That phone conversations led to, them inviting us to come down to Vegas and sit down and meet and greet and talk. And so, yeah, fast forward, that was how I ended my 2024, being down in Vegas, signing off on the deal. And
Oh my goodness.
so yeah, it's crazy,
Wow, that's that's amazing. I mean, that just shows how consistency really pays off and how
Yeah,
important it is.
yeah, definitely,
All the
definitely. I mean,
years you put in, well
yeah.
worth it.
That's it. That's it. I mean, then when you know what your passion is and what your purpose is, regardless of what's going on, you know what I mean? When you connected divinely also, you know what I'm saying? Because everything I tell people all the time, God is in everything. You know what I'm saying? And we have to acknowledge him in everything that we're doing, and he'll open up opportunities for us because that's us stepping out on faith.
That's so true. And sometimes it'll be when you least expect it.
And that's how this situation came about. It was not something that we were necessarily thinking was gonna happen. It was just that, they were impressed by how we've been carrying ourselves, and like I say, just the consistency and making sure that, we also provide quality as well. And so yeah, they like what we were doing. And an entertainer coordinator for a couple of hotels down there was just like, look, I like what you guys are doing. Y'all are different. So I want to, offer y'all the opportunity to do a 2-year residency down here. And it's dope because we're independent. We Black owned, you know what I mean? And we sound just like Clear Channel, you know what I mean? Clear Channel is one of the
Yes.
biggest, corporations around and so on. So yeah, we sound just like that. We do everything, marketing, advertising, promoting. Now we getting into being booking agents and artist developers, and it's just so many different things happening just based off of this situation.
That must be such a good feeling.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's
Such a
everything, you know. Because I mean, when we grow up, as they say, grow up, they tell us to stop dreaming. They tell us to stop imagining. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you're supposed to always keep that alive in you because that's how you manifest. You can't manifest if you're not creative, if you're not, daydreaming, you know what I'm saying?
that is so true. And also like keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah,
Because you
gotta keep
never
going.
know when that dream is gonna come true. It turn
Absolutely.
and change your whole life.
Gonna change your whole life.
That is
For real, for real.
that's so when does it start? And
We just had our first event on the 24th. We'll be down every Friday. It's a spot called View 702. We're doing a event business network mixer. We having just different business professionals come out and just kind of meet and greet, shake hands, have some good food, listen to some good music. Um, Second Friday of the month, we're doing like the same thing with the mixer, and we're gonna be adding independent artists to perform at the mixer as well. And then that third Friday, we're doing like a concert series. Since something that's gonna be ongoing. We're just trying to find some creative ways to get our brand out there. We already kind of established somewhat, but now it's just really about hitting the ground, man, and letting the people know that we there, and letting them know who we are and what we're doing. And so yeah, so 3 Fridays from now to the next 2 years. That's how it's going down.
I mean, that's a
Yeah,
pretty nice way to start the year,
yeah,
right?
that's hey, look. I'm like, how am I gonna top Christmas next year?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah,
sure.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Hmm. So what have been some challenges along the way? Because it's been a long road for you. What has
Oh,
been some
definitely.
challenges or obstacles that you've had to overcome?
I mean, the challenge is, when you had this great idea, this vision in your head, and you're trying to express that to other people, and you want them to be as passionate about it as you, right? And 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna be as passionate because it's your vision, it's dead set for you, or they don't have a vision for themselves. So whenever you tell them what you're thinking about or what you're dreaming about, they like, "Oh, man, that ain't gonna work." You know what I mean? And the people that you think are gonna support you, you think be the closest people around you, and what you find out is that's not the case. It's the strangers that, what I'm saying, is gonna help push you to where you really are trying to go, what I'm saying, when people see it. So the toughest thing is just being able to find that genuine support, you know what I'm saying, and being able to get that support back at the same time. But, that's the challenge in it. When people see that you know who you are, they hope you don't see who you are. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying? Because people want you to dumb down your light because, like, once again, they don't know what their light is. And I tell people all the time, I'm never gonna dim my light.
Hey, it's Talise. I hope you are enjoying this video. As a career coach, I am dedicated to helping professionals just like you break barriers, redefine success, and unlock new opportunities. That's why I've created 10 tips for career success in 2025. It's a free guide packed with actionable strategies to help you thrive and match your values and purpose with the work you do. Whether you're looking to grow in your current role or move on to your dream career, these tips will give you the edge you need. Go ahead and take the first step. Click the link in the description to download your free guide and start building a career you desire and deserve. You don't have to hate Mondays anymore. Let's make 2025 your best year yet. Let's get back to the video.
That's really true, because you can have like this idea or a dream, and you could be so excited about it.
Yeah.
You go and you tell someone, a person, and they're like, that don't really sound good or sound like something you should do. And you know what
That
it
don't
could
make
do?
sense.
It just, right. That don't make sense. Well, of course it don't make sense to you because you don't dream as big as I do, right? But it
Right,
can
right.
make you feel like, sometimes it may make you like, okay, maybe this isn't a good idea, you know?
Mhm.
And that's why we got to be really careful who we
Right.
tell our ideas to, right?
Yeah, because I mean, it'll make you cast doubt on what you know is. And like I say, all of this is a spiritual journey. All of it is, no matter what you do in life, there's a gift in you that allows you to be in that position. Whatever that position is, and you're thriving in it, that's just you operating in your gift, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, that's so true. And everybody won't understand the gift
At
that
all.
God has for you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like networking and being around like-minded people, I think that's extremely helpful when
Yeah. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
comes to like
Mandatory.
sharing. Mm-hmm. Because those are the people we want to kind of share with, even sometimes you have to be careful what you tell family because they don't always
No, because
understand,
they don't always understand.
they don't
Yeah.
always understand.
You know how many times I've heard, "Boy, get a real job." And I'm like, "Dude, this is a real job. This is a real skill.
Yes,
You
it
might
is.
not have the skill.
Right. Everybody can't do this.
Everybody can't do this. I think it's
Right.
normal, but, everybody can't do it, and
That's
so, yeah,
it.
so, like I say, when you're telling that to people, I mean, that's the biggest challenge is just, finding the right people to surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying, like-minded individuals. They may not necessarily be doing the same thing that you're doing, but they can give you encouragement and pointers and tips and stuff like that because you're only as strong as your network, the people around you.
Yeah, that's so true. I've heard
Yeah.
that, you should never be the smartest one
In the
in
room.
your group.
Right.
Yes.
If you're the smartest person in the room, you might need to change seats, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes. That's for
Yeah.
sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I'm so excited for you. This is
Thank you. I
some
appreciate it.
big
Appreciate it.
news.
Yeah, so HitUSARadio.com is the station. Like I said, we've been going for about 7 years on a consistent basis. We play everything hip hop, R&B, independent artists, and then like I say, in addition to that, we also do marketing, advertising, and promoting and brand building for businesses, small and large. And one of the things that I pride myself on is the independent artist spotlight, where I get music from all over the world, and I'm playing these people's music in between some of their favorite artists. And so it gives them some encouragement, and it also creates an opportunity, for them to be able to have their music heard. An app that we use, Simple Radio, has been downloaded 80 million times. And so, we get a portion of that 80 million as far as listenership is concerned. The radio station operates 24 hours, 365 days a year. It's a full-fledged running broadcast medium. It's just digital. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, so we're just creating opportunities, and being that we got the Vegas residency going on, we're doing a independent artist competition February 24th. It's going to be taking place at New Ambitions Entertainment, which is located in Richmond Park. These artists will get an opportunity to perform if they win. You know what I'm saying? We bring them down to Vegas. They get an opportunity to perform at a bunch of different places. They get coaching by Team John Hill, who was one of our partners as well. John Hill's team, they got some Grammys up under their belt. So, these people are professional and they know exactly what they're doing. And, the artist gets an opportunity to sharpen up their skills before they get to the big date. You know what I mean? We got a couple of dates that we're working on now in March for Vegas, along with some other things. But that's really what we're pushing right now. And like I say, it's just all about creating opportunities for other individuals, man, and letting them know that, big stations may not give you a chance, but we're going to give you a chance because, it took for somebody to believe in all of us for us to achieve what we want out of life. You know what I mean? And so that's what we're doing. We're all about supporting.
Yeah, that's really amazing. That's so true. And the fact that you all are giving others a chance where
Yeah,
they may not get that chance from somewhere else is really big. It's life
for sure.
changing.
That's,
Life changing.
because I mean, somebody planted some seeds in us, and our job is to pay it forward.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to the station, so
Okay.
I know that the music is good.
All right.
I
Appreciate
am a
that.
listener. Yes,
All right.
I
That's
love the
right.
music.
That's right. For all your
Mhm.
fans, man, y'all come on and get with us. We on all social media platforms, Hit USA Radio, Instagram, Facebook, X, which used to be TikTok. X, which used to be Twitter. And then I got my own personal TikTok page, Tommy Gunz 365, where I just kind of post a little stuff up there. It's gonna get a little more interactive, but I mean, outside of that, we're on all social media platforms. Get us that way. You go to the website. No reason why you shouldn't be listening to Hit USA Radio. You know what I mean?
Exactly. If you want good music, then you need to listen.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You
I
you hearing it from the lady herself.
Yes, I know it helps me through my workday, so
All right, and look, that's what it's all about, man.
yes.
Because everybody is stuck in drama radio or drama TV, and that's the one thing that we want to stay away from. Like, because we always talk about the issues that we have in our communities, right? But after you talk about the issues, what's the solution? Like, somebody got to be the change agent. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what Hit USA Radio is. We're not doing what any other radio stations are doing. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't believe in shock. We believe in providing love, encouragement, and entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep our listening audience informed about things that are going on. And just, at the end of the day, man, come over here to Hear USA Radio. You get a chance to let your hair down and just listen to some good music and some comedy along the way and all that stuff, man. Just want to
It's
be that
true.
breath of fresh air.
Yes, and which is needed every day.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
day. So what's your day like? What's a normal work day like for you?
Um, you know, since I made the giant leap to do this thing full time, it's been a lot of meetings. a lot of meetings on the phone, FaceTime, and then, doing a lot of production work. So it's just like, even though it's work, it's the type of work that I enjoy, and it doesn't necessarily put me on a clock. You know what I'm saying? Like that, where it's like, oh man, I got to work these 8 hours. Like, nah, I get a chance to kind of have some flexibility in my life just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not a
Like
lot,
just
but
enough.
just enough for me to be like,
Just enough.
just take a deep breath real quick and then, get back to it. But so yeah, but that's what my days consist of: meetings, listening to new music, finding classic material, because I also do like 90% of the music as the music director. It's a small, it's a small business, so you got to wear a bunch of different hats.
Right.
And so yeah, but outside of, running the station and being on air, I'm also doing the music. So, I'm always looking for different. I'm always kind of working and networking.
I know. I see you out there in them streets.
Yeah. Yeah. 10 toes down, baby. 10
That's
toes
right.
down.
That's
Yeah.
right. So,
Yeah.
because you are busy and you are running a business, what do you do for yourself, like for self-care or just for your mental health?
Right. I like doing everything. Of course, I like dancing. Dancing is, find me on the dance floor anywhere. People know, they see me at any party. As long as the DJ rocking, I'm out there. So that's one of the biggest things that I enjoy doing. And then, I'm simple, like going to the movies, like going out to eat. You know what I mean? Don't mind doing theater, stuff like that. That's kind of take yourself away from work. So you can, so I can reset my perspective on life and not get so bogged down with doing a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And, reading, listening to audio books and stuff like that helps also, kind of give you some fresh ideas. You know what I mean? So those are some of the things that I do to kind of unwind.
And you
Yeah,
said you like dancing, so you've always just had a love for music.
always. I come from a musical family. Like, that's how we grew up. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was get up, clean up. And while you cleaning up,
Had a
you
music
listening,
playing.
you listening to music. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when we were coming up, kind of show our age a little bit. When we were coming up, we didn't have all this technology,
Right.
and so we had to listen to whatever mom and daddy was listening to, or grandmama, auntie, whatever they was on. That's what we had to listen to.
Mhm.
And so yeah, it was just kind of one of them things, man. You clean up, like I say, them Friday, Saturday, Sundays, when they partying, the adults is partying, we listening to music and stuff like that, man. It was just, it was just embedded in me. And then they would make us dance. They would pay us $1. "Hey, come do that new dance." You know what I'm saying? At that time, Michael Jackson was like the biggest thing ever. And so, a lot of me and my cousins, they would make us do that, or they would come in and teach us how to step, or, it was always something just music related, and the great thing about music is that it brings people together, regardless of the education, regardless of your color, your denomination. I don't care what it is. Music is the universal language that speaks to everybody, you know. And so yeah, so music has always been I was in a band for a long time, and I played the alto saxophone. Just music has just always been my thing.
Yeah, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah,
Like if
makes me
you're
feel
having a
good.
not so great day, you turn on your favorite song. It's
You
just
gonna find you
different. It's
and everybody,
yes,
everybody got a favorite song. Like, man, that song like, when you deep down in your feelings and you all emotional, and you can't find somebody to talk to, there's a song that you can listen
yes,
to that will put you there. It'll put you there like, oh man, or it'll bring up a memory. Like, oh man, I remember what I was doing when this song came out. Like, you know what I mean? And so yeah, music has that effect. It's extremely powerful.
it really is. Like you were talking about the Saturday mornings. I still do that today. Like I
Oh,
have
come on.
music blasted while I'm cleaning the house.
That's right.
It's just puts you in a whole nother. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, put you in a great space.
Yes, and the memories. Oh yeah, because
Come on now.
I love my old school R&B, my 90s music.
Let's
So
go. That's
it
our
brings
feeling,
back
right?
a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Good
That's our
feeling.
era. You know what I'm saying? That's what we
Yes.
do, you know? And so, yeah, man, shoot, I can remember just music always being there when I didn't have anybody else. So when I didn't have anything else to lean on, or, if I was going through something, and I've used radio as therapy. it has allowed me to express a lot of what's in my feelings, what's on my heart, how my spirit is feeling. I get a chance to do it, and I do it in a creative way. You know what I'm saying? And so just like I said, it's always been the music though.
Yeah, that's really something. When you say therapy, it is very therapeutic. It's just I don't know, it's just something different about turning on music, and it
Yeah.
just gets in your soul, and it just changes your whole outlook.
I mean, because we all frequency and energy and vibration anyway. That's all human beings are. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the physical, portion of ourselves, it's frequency, it's rhythm, it's energy, and that's what music is.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. And so back to your career, talking to you and you being in your career for so many years
Hmm.
it really puts a positive outlook for me, and I'm sure other people as well. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I hate this job, or I don't want to go to this job. But if you find something that you really like and enjoy, and you can have your purpose and your values match your career, you can do that. And you clearly have let that be known that you can definitely do it and you can enjoy it and it won't feel like work.
Nah, and I mean, it's possible. It's possible,
Mhm.
but the individual has to want it.
This is
If
true.
you don't want it, it's not gonna happen.
Not gonna
And
happen.
and I go back to it's not about what I do. You know what I'm saying, on a personal thing, but it's about individual. It's an individual walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want it? What is it that you're trying to do to change your life or improve your life? You know what I'm saying? And when you take hold of that, you take responsibility. They say when you know better, you do better, right? And so,
Yep.
most of the time, jobs are dream killers. And it happens to a lot of us. A lot of people, we get stuck on that job, and yeah, you need good benefits, and everybody need money and all that kind of thing. So, I would never tell somebody to, not work to provide for themselves and their family, but I would just encourage you never to let work kill your dream. You know what I mean? You gotta always keep dreaming. You gotta always keep pursuing whatever it is. Like I say, that thing that you'll do for free, that's what God done put on your heart for you to do. You know what I'm saying? And if you're doing it for free and you passionate about it, what I'm saying, eventually, he'll open that door for you. You know what I'm saying? But never allow your job to stop you from doing what it is that you were meant to do. And then, take a little bit of that job money to fund your dream.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? People be like, man, invest in yourself, and that's all it is. You invest in the things that you want to do.
Yes. That I couldn't agree with you more, especially about it can be a dream killer for some people, but you can't
Mhm.
let it. And even because I know if you were working in a job that's kind of draining your energy, like the last thing you want to do when you get home is work on maybe a new business that you're trying to start or a hobby that you're trying to start. But you
Mhm.
have to set aside some time to do what it is that you want to do. And it'll even make you feel better
Mhm.
about maybe going to that job because like you said, with taking that money you look at that, okay,
Yeah,
this job is paying for me to do this. This job,
that's it.
I get to go to this job so
Mhm.
it can fund my future, you
That's
know?
it.
So, yeah, I completely agree
Yeah.
with that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
to be careful not to let it kill the dream.
Yeah. Because it'll do that.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it happen to quite a few people, and it's not good. And a lot of people could end up getting miserable and
Mhm.
feeling
Yep.
down and unhappy. Life is too
You start
short.
living, start dealing with regret. You start thinking about, oh, when I was this age or when I was in this situation, I woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like, nah,
Yes, do
like,
it
nah,
now.
don't. Why you living in that? Don't live in a woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know what I mean? While you got breath in your body, we only get one physical body, and if you deep in spirituality, yeah, like sometimes you revisit in here, you know what I'm saying? But that's on a whole spiritual level. But on a natural, this physical body that you have, you only here one time. And so your thing is to experience life as fully as possible. And that's not going to look the same for everybody. How you experience life and how the next person is, that's different. But at the end of the day, that's why we're here, to experience life in its fullness.
Yes. Okay, you're talking to me right now. Because I have this thing where it's like, oh my gosh, I dread the winter. January, February is like, oh, because I need sunshine and I need the beach. Like I need to be in those areas, that energy, I need it. But I'm learning to enjoy every single day. So I'm like,
Yeah.
today is a beautiful day. It's raining. I love the rain. So I'm just gonna enjoy and be in the moment for today. So yeah, definitely. For sure. So, do you have any tips that you can leave for someone who is maybe just wanting to do something different with their career, but they just don't know how to get started?
I mean, the best piece of advice that I could give is, one, you have to know what it is you're trying to do. That's the most important thing, is knowing what it is. Then after you come to that conclusion, like, okay, this is what I want to do. Second thing is you start doing your research, and whatever research looks like for you, that's what you do, because now you have a clear visual of what you want to do. And now you start building to get to that destination. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to find yourself, like I say, building your team, being around people that are either in a particular industry that you're trying to go into, or may have some business experience that may help you, or whatever it is. Just like I say, you want to surround yourself around people that have pretty much more knowledge than you, have access to resources and things like that. So, you most definitely want to be able to do that. And the most important thing that I would say is you got to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody is going to believe in you. And I don't care how great your dreams are or how gifted you are. You have to believe in you first. And when you believe in yourself, you know, you start finding ways to continue to improve on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Provide that self journey for yourself, and, you know what I mean? Just have faith. Faith is believing in yourself too, and I don't, like I say, I don't care what denomination or what name you call God, you know that he's the master of the universe. There's only one of him. And, build your relationship with him, so that he gonna have to give you some strength that you don't even know you're gonna need one day. You know what I mean? And it happens on a daily basis, of course, but then a lot of the things that we experience on a daily help us for things in the future. Might not seem that way at the time, but you just got to make sure that you keep the faith, you believe in yourself, surround yourself around people that can help you, that you can learn from, and that you can also provide something that people can learn from also. Because it's just not about the individual just coming in to suck up the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's coming. You have to come in and partake in it, which means that you have to give of yourself also.
That was great advice.
Yeah.
Great advice. I'll actually have to take that advice myself. I appreciate you for that.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, so put the radio station out there one more time so people can go and listen.
All right. So once again, that's HitUSARadio.com, HitUSA Radio.com. We're on all social media platforms at HitUSA Radio. So yeah, you can get us that way, man. We're not hard to find. You can Google us. Google HitUSA Radio. You're gonna see us come up. Like I say, it's real simple. You go to the website, you press play. If you want to use the app, it's a simple radio app, and then just add HitUSA Radio as your favorite station if you want to do it that way. So it's two ways to get to us. We're not hard to find. We out here in these streets. And you can find us, man. Once again, HitUSARadio.com, the station that plays and breaks the hits. What we do.
Yay! awesome. And I love it. So I'm always listening. And
All
I
right, I
thank you.
appreciate the support.
Of course. Of course. I thank you so much, Tommy, for coming on. And this has been
No problem. Thanks for having me.
amazing.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching another episode of Conversations with Talise. And we will see you next time.